Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be walking you through my Summerween plan. Now the little thing is I'm filming this on the 10th. I'm filming this a lot later than I planned just because I've been a lot busier than what I thought, so I just haven't had the time. So it's more going to be what I have read and slash what I'm going to read because there's still 2 days left. It's going to be a little bit of a mixture. Unfortunately, it wasn't the way I planned it, but sometimes things don't always go to plan. So let's just get right into the video. So the first Summerween prompt is read a book in the dark or at night, and I have already checked this one off because currently I am only reading at night time, as that is the only time I really have time to read, so tick that one off. Then we have read a horror or a thriller book, and for this one I thought I would go ahead and read The Tenant by Freida McFadden, just because this is Freida McFadden's newest release, and Freida McFadden, one of my favourite thriller authors. Very quick to read, very easy, very enjoyable. I'm not too sure what this one is about fully. I have already started it and got a good chunk of the way through. Okay, so it's about Blake Porter, who loses his job and faces financial ruin, leading him to rent out a room in his townhouse. The new tenant, Whitney, is initially charming and helpful, but Blake soon suspects something is deeply wrong and strange occurrence plague in his home, and his neighbours act differently. He uncovers dark secrets and fears he's being targeted, realising that danger is closer than he thinks. The story explores themes of revenge, privilege, and the unsettled consequences of hidden truths. So that is a little summary of what The Tenant is about. So far I'm enjoying it, but that isn't surprising for a Freida McFadden book. There's like been one that I haven't really enjoyed, and that was when I was in a reading slump, so I have been thinking about rereading it. Yeah, that is what I'm reading for that part. And then we have read a book with a sky on the cover, and I originally was struggling with this one. I was looking on my physical TBR, and I don't know why I was just finding it really hard to find a book with the sky on the cover, and then I realised that the book I was currently reading at the time actually had a sky on the cover. Now it is pushing it a little bit because it's like the tiniest bit of sky, but at the end of the day it is a sky. So that is Breathless by Lex Martin, which is the third book in the series, and I really enjoyed this one. I'm not going to go too far into it just because I'll talk more about it in my monthly wrap up at the end of the month. This whole series, like 5 stars, absolutely love. I highly recommend this series in general. I recommend this author, and I'm definitely going to be reading some more books from this author. I've already found another series to read when the time is right, when the time's ready, because all 3 books that I've read from this author, 5 stars, I absolutely love, highly recommend. I don't think I could hype it up enough. So good. Like I said, it does have a sky on the cover. Like I said, it's like very faint, very small, but nonetheless. And then for the 4th prompt we have read a book you've owned for more than a year, and there are so many books I've owned on my physical TBR that I have had for over a year, no doubt about it. There's many, if I must say so myself, but there is one that I'm not sure if it's been quite a year or it's like almost a year, I'm not too sure, but either way I thought I would add it on because I'm pretty sure it's been a year at least, or if not it's been like 11 months. It's very close to a year either way, I'm not 100% sure. That is The Broken Vow, which is the 4th book in the series, and the first 3 books I really enjoyed. I actually rated them quite highly, loved them, but then this one wasn't a favourite of mine. Yes, I read it quickly, I actually read it in a day, but I decided to rate it 2.5 stars just because I wasn't really a fan of the storyline in general, and to be completely honest, I wasn't a fan of the female character. I don't know what it was, it's just she wasn't for me. If I'm being completely honest, and I feel like our main male character actually deserved better, which I don't say often. So that is my thought process on that book. And then the final prompt we have read a novella, manga, or listen to a spooky audiobook, and for this one I chose Dead Emma, which is a novella, and I do believe it passes as a horror also, so it kind of is perfect for Summerween. Okay, maybe it's not so much a horror, but it definitely comes under paranormal dark romance, where the protagonist Emma is a ghost who is also a love interest in a love triangle featuring a jerk of a stepbrother and a possibly dead ex-boyfriend. The story involves complicated relationships, science, magic, and a thread of Emma's continued existence. Right, I finished this book a few days ago and I still don't know what to think of this book. I can't decide. I think I'm on the fence of like rating it 3 stars. I feel like 3 stars is like a comfortable spot to put this in, because it was definitely different from what I normally read. I don't normally read a book like this. I didn't like the love triangle because I'm just not a fan of love triangles in books in general. I don't know what it was, but other than that, didn't really have a problem with it. I just feel like there was something missing. I did definitely find it interesting because, like I said, different from what I normally read. There was some crazy stuff happening in this book where it's just like, this is like wild to read, but that is what I was enjoying, especially just coming out of a reading slump and then finding something different and new to read. I don't know, I just feel like it kind of did help me and push the reading slump further back than what, you know, because it needs to go completely. I do find it intriguing, and I feel like that is why 3 stars is a safe spot to put it in, because it's not like I didn't like it, it's not like I loved it. Those are all of my Summerween plans, or what I have been up to during Summerween. I know I haven't really talked about Summerween at all really, but I have been doing it just behind the scenes type thing. But thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave this emoji if you're watching until the end, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye!